Hey, y'all, I'm Patrick with Vetted, where we upload almost daily videos on the UFO topic. So today we're going to be taking a look at Twitter. That's right, or X as we're calling it. I don't know. What are y'all calling it? X, Twitter, Twitter X, X Twitter. Anyway, if you want to follow us at Vetted Podcast, check that out. Something interesting happened that I wanted to discuss, and I probably will never discuss this topic ever again, to be honest with you. I don't know. We did an interview recently with Mick West. You can go on our YouTube channel and check that out. And it was a great interview. I actually interviewed him twice. I'll be releasing the other interview very soon. This one was all UFOs. You know, that's what we got into. The other interview I did with him is no UFOs. We did not talk about that. Just got to know Mick. And it was a great conversation. Got to know his history, how he came up through gaming. I found that all fascinating. So that's going to be a great interview. I don't know if people have seen one like that of him. UFOs didn't come up one time. I didn't bring it up. I didn't want to. I wanted to focus on something else with him. But anyway, I post this interview, and the hate for this guy is crazy. And in my opinion, it's unwarranted. Okay? If you disagree with someone, that's fine. But these people don't disagree with Mick. They hate him. They wish death upon him. I have seen the craziest comments because of this. I don't know how he deals with it, if I'm being honest. Here's what I put. So, world's leading UFO debunker admits aliens exist. Wink. People were roasting me for that clickbaity title, but it's not. So anyway, what I most appreciate about Mick West is his resistance to being petty and engaging negatively with fans and his haters. He always presents himself with professionalism, as I've witnessed. He approaches a topic fairly and is a much-needed voice in the UFO community, in my opinion. Please enjoy my conversation with Mick. Okay. Now, granted, some of these comments you're not going to see because I had to block people, man. It's the first time I've ever had to block anyone like this on Twitter. Now, granted, it just does happen. But basically what started to happen is people start adding him, Mick, basically like, hey, respond to me. I mean, just crazy amounts of questions. There's impossible for him to respond to everyone and intelligently, right? And you got to think this is just my post that he retweeted, right? This isn't all the posts he's got to deal with every day across all platforms. You know, it's insane. But basically, people accuse him of, hey, I added you, right, on this thing, and I asked you a question. You didn't respond. You must be avoiding me. Therefore, you're a shill. Like the connections they make. I would let anyone else try to do what he's trying to do. And honestly, he does maintain his professionalism. I have watched Mick over the last few months. I've been very vigilant on Twitter. I don't ever see him interact negatively with anyone. In fact, I see the complete opposite. He ignores the hate and deals with relevant questions if he can. He's never saucy or spicy, and he just sticks to what he's doing. If you don't like that, I mean, I don't know what to say to you. Anyone who's being unreasonable about it, it seems odd. And again, if you don't like him, don't like him. Move on. Why focus on that? I don't know why the UFO community is so focused on hate and hating each other and pointing, going back and just pointing fingers at everybody, right? Granted, if you need to do something to defend someone, that's different. But this is not what it is. It's just forget that guy's a game designer. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like it's kind of insane, right? So I don't even know what to say about it, to be honest with you. Look at this. CIA and NSA paid him a lot to debunk, in my opinion. Oh, my God. This guy's right. Being a debunker of alien visits doesn't mean you don't believe aliens exist elsewhere in the universe. These are two distinct points. Correct. Let me give you an example. So you have an atheist and you have a Christian. In your mind, you'd say, oh, they're on complete opposite ends of the spectrum, right? Let's assume that's a skeptic and believer, right? Or whatever hand I had him in. Now think about it this way. That Christian believes in one God, right? How many gods are proposed on this planet? Thousands. That atheist believes in zero gods, right? One God, zero God. Thousands of gods to choose from, right? How closely now are related the atheist and the Christian? Very close. The atheist is almost as close as the Christian. The Christian only believes in one more God than him, right? Only one more God. There's thousands to choose from. And this Christian said those other gods don't exist. Him and the atheist agree. They agree 99.9% of it, right? And that's the thing with skeptics and believers. You can be skeptical and debunk this stuff. We should be the most vigilant debunkers and skeptics in the UFO community. Why? Because we want the real truth. You know what I mean? Don't focus. If you don't like someone or what, just move on from them. Why focus your heart and your mind on them? Get the hate out. Focus on what you want. Go to the things you want to look into. Spend your energy on that. But we should be the most vigilant. But that's not really what I see. I see people just they want to believe it so bad, they're just willing to accept almost anything and then defend every skeptic and debunk. You're not allowed to ask questions. I mean, I've been called a shill. I've been called a government implant numerous times. It's insane. I honestly ignore all that. I focus on the little bit that I think could be real. I mean, let's be real. If all these stories out there about aliens and UFOs, you think they're all real? Right? No. The vast majority are probably bullshit. But we don't want to be skeptical. We don't want to be, right? Because it only takes one to be real, y'all. So what are the odds that all of this is happening? We're being visited by 25 different alien species, and there's time dimension, and there's interdimensional, and there's... We're just saying everything's true. We have to be realistic on this. And I'll tell you why. Because for me, it comes down to the truth. And I don't want to rob myself of knowing the truth by just falsely claiming it to be true, right? Don't rob yourself of the joy of actually finding out this is real. Hold off. Wait. There is nothing out there that's a smoking gun. There just isn't. There's a lot of little things, which is why we're looking into it, right? But don't rob yourself of the joy of actually finding out it's real, right? Don't celebrate crossing the finish line before you get there, that you won the race, right? People don't start off on a race and immediately start celebrating. Yeah, I won. You didn't win. The race isn't over. You know, we got to look out for each other. We got to ignore the hate, ignore the nonsense, ignore these crazy, attacking people and stuff. That needs to be gone. It's childish. Okay? We're looking for real facts, real things. This is serious. I personally ignore it. I will block you. I will move on. I will remove your comment. I will not engage. I'm going to focus on. You know why? Because there's real people putting real comments. Those are the people I want to engage with, who ask, real questions. Now, granted, if you have a constructive criticism, that's totally acceptable. For instance, as an example, we had a video go out, I don't know, not too long ago, and something was wrong with the audio, and some people put criticism in there that was constructive. It helped me on other videos. Hey, man, I was in my car, I was trying to play it, this happened, please get your audio fit, It's okay to have constructive criticism, but if you come out with, screw you and you're an idiot and anyone who talks to Mick West is an idiot, so I don't trust you. Do you think I'm reading the rest of that? I moved on. Just don't even bother to comment. My advice to you would just be focus your energy into something positive. Instead of spending so much time pointing the finger and hating people over here, go do some investigations. Go look into something, Go speculate. Go have fun with friends and speculate about what it could be. Something else. If that's where you want to spend your energy, good luck. Honestly, good luck to you. But that's why I appreciate Mick. I know people try to slam him, say, no, he's a... This one guy I had to block. I can't even show you his stuff. He was just... It was so many comments. He was adding me so much. I was like, that's why people get blocked. Because you just start pounding people with comments, so many that you expect them to respond to, just a waterfall. It's impossible, y'all. They're not ignoring you. But when you come in bad faith, you come attacking, you get personal, ad hominems, gaslighting, you think someone's going to give you the time of day? No. You attract more, what is it? You attract more flies with honey than vinegar, right? So, I mean, look, I'm not saying I'm perfect and I've never made a comment I regret. We all have, if you've been on the internet ever. Welcome to the internet, right? But it's definitely something to keep in your mind and keep on top and just keep, aware of that. So that's not something you're getting into. Again, it's crazy. And there was people supporting him. Look, I have to admit, I do respect Mick West, even if I don't agree with everything he says. Correct. You don't have to agree with everything everyone says all the time. They say one thing you don't agree with, so now they're dead to you. This is insanity, y'all. It's absolute insanity. This one guy wrote, I don't know where it is. Look, agreed. While I don't always agree with Mick, I respect his professionalism among so many haters and trolls, something many on the believer side should think about. Exactly. And watch, someone gave this guy some replies. And I can't see him. So it doesn't matter. Why can't I see that? Anyway, that's probably the guy I blocked. The game developer found a new niche. Okay. This person probably supports Jeremy Corbell. Jeremy Corbell was a, jiu-jitsu instructor or something, a martial arts instructor, right? And yoga and stuff and photographer. And now he's into UFOs, right? So who cares what you did before when you got into that? I mean, what are we talking about? This doesn't make any sense. You know how many people are in the UFO community who have no background in anything relevant? Why? Because there's no evidence. Everyone's speculating. Everyone's reviewing the same videos and photos and stories and, you know what I mean? That's crazy. No thanks, dude's a troll. How is he a troll? Okay, Mick West is not a troll. You're blind. He was banned from Wikipedia for exactly what you claim he doesn't do. That is not true. That is false. See, people just throw this stuff out there. You can look into that. That is not correct. That is not what happened, and Mick has been very open about that. I'm not going to get into that on this video, but you can look into that. That's not true. What's this? The Pelican is the world's leading UFO debunker? And his name's the Pelican? I don't even know what this guy, I mean, is trolling on another level. And then you want to be taken seriously. Look, 214 views, no one likes it. Why? See, no one likes this. Why? Because it's just dumb. Look, quite right. He is a games designer and uses game science to debunk stuff. As we know, game science is not real science. As we know, who are you, Trump? Trump always does that, right? He always includes everyone. I mean, we all know it, right? We all know it, right? It's like, no, we don't all know game science is not real science. And I just wrote science is science. What are we taught? Math is math. Again, it's what's the word? It's disingenuous, right? When someone's being intellectually dishonest, move on. You will not win. You're not going to have a constructive conversation. That person is coming from a place not genuine, right? They're disingenuous. It's intellectually dishonest. I'm not a fan of that. Look at this. Never got back to me on these equals wimp or smart. Tom the Baptist. Look at this guy. UFO physics for all. I don't even know what that means. First follower, preparing the way philosopher. Okay. So this is what I mean. This is what people do to Mick. They get some random shit together. They add him. Hey, man, how come you are not responding to me on all this? You must be a whatever. It's nonsense. I mean, I honestly don't know how he deals with it. I don't. I would be blocking people left and right. I wouldn't even deal with it, which is what he does, man. He just focuses on what he should do. He learned, right? Now, there's other people in this community that don't take this approach, and I'm not a fan of them, and I'm not going to talk about them. I did one video about one guy I shall not mention because I'm done with it, done giving it oxygen. And again, this is the last video I'm going to do on this. I just thought it was so fascinating. It opened my eyes, and I'm done. I mean, we're focusing on just content, right, that's relevant to the situation. Videos, photos, stories, things that are happening on Twitter, updates, hearings, David Grush. That's where I'm at. If there was a mountain of all the UFO information, I'm only focused on the peak up here. The stuff that hasn't fallen to the valleys that we all realize is fake and bullshit. Because I guarantee you, the majority of everything is nonsense. And we've got to wade through all of that and get to the top. And to me, David Grush and his claims is it. That's it. That's what we need to find out. There's nothing more relevant, right? So, anyway, I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow on David Grush and giving some updates on that. Jeremy Corbell has thrown out some updates, and I'm going to talk about that and go in deeper and whatnot. So, listen to this. Many famous serial killers and psychopaths demonstrated same attributes as Mick West, LOL. What are you talking about? What attributes? Demonstrated where? I mean, who says this stuff? Not saying Mick is a serial killer, LMAO. Yeah, you are. But actions speak a lot than words, okay? Never knew there existed a social phenomenon where a video game developer propagates U.S. Navy was chasing seagulls. Again, have you ever known anyone in the military? I mean, what are we talking about? I've known lots of people in the military, family, friends. My father was in the Air Force, okay? I was born in Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, my father was stationed there. Yeah, there's dumb people in the military. And dumb things happen in the military. And half the time, there is no battle. They're just training. It's all training. Yes, they will chase some seagulls. It can happen. I respect the military like you wouldn't believe, so do not take that any other way. I know someone's going to twist that. But to say that everyone in the military is just perfect, I mean, it's just nonsense. And I'm not saying this person is saying that, but they're implying like, U.S. Navy was chasing seagulls. That's crazy. A video game developer. Like, do you know what this guy developed? That's why I did the podcast with him that's about just his background, where he came from, how he got into this, everything. All focused on that. Over an hour, nothing else, no UFOs. Maybe it's mentioned once that he got into it, right? But we don't dive deep. We don't because we had this other interview. Look, I highly recommend you to check out our interview and let me know what you think. A lot of people liked it. Some people didn't. Again, the people that didn't like it really just didn't like because they don't like Mick West. That's it. No other reason. People won't even watch the full interview. They'll watch 5 minutes and then immediately make a whole assumption about the entire show, about me, about him. I mean, it's crazy. And granted, I get not everyone has time to watch everything. And I have another podcast, again, the Lone Star Play. It's my main podcast. If you're interested, check that out. I just do normal celebrity interviews, famous people from Texas, basically. Actors, musicians, authors, whatever, scientists, all kinds of different people. It's great. But, yeah, that's happened on there too, right? Like people leave all kinds of crazy comments and that don't watch the entire show and then make an entire assumption about everything. World's dumbest debunker. I fixed it for you. See? No, I don't see. Clown. It's like, why? You got to take the time out of your day to focus on hate. Think about that. Think about that. You're going to take time out of your day to focus on hate. Who's the evil person? Who's the evil person? Because I don't know. West is a petty piece of shit. What are you talking about? Wow. And that got 2 likes. Just crazy. I honestly worry for you. No struggle. Truth is truth. If it should turn out Atlanteans are real, be prepared. God loves you. God loves you. I just don't even know what that means. But yeah, and on Twitter, and on YouTube too. I don't know. It's got like 1,500. I don't know, 1,500 views or something like that. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this entire, clip, the video that I've made. What I'm talking about. Am I crazy? I don't know. I'm not. I'm going to focus on hate. I'm going to focus on love and again, just facts and moving forward and, putting good energy out into the UFO community. Again, I'm not perfect. Okay? I will make mistakes. They will happen, but I will own up and, move on from it, to be honest. So, again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Please leave your comments down below. I love reading them. And thank you guys so much for the support. And we'll see you on the next video, all right? Thanks, guys. Bye.